Hello everyone around the world. Here's our first Bavarian battle report, and it's a special one. We proudly present the new army book of the Dread Elves. Da, 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 da. Yeah, you really have heard right. Your ears are not taking it wrong. We had the chance to play with the new Dread Elves before the release, and now we are allowed to show you the results from this battle report. And we played Warriors of the Dark Gods, myself, Almentro, versus the new Dread Elves from Just Flo. Important thing first, the army list of the Dread Elves is one that it was not created by Flo. It was created by another one who gives it to us, so it's not the best choice, but but yeah, I think it's a good opportunity to take a look at this new Dread Elves. So here is my list. It's a new list, Warriors of Dark Gods. Different story from my normal lists, but I think it's fun. It was fun to play. This is the list every one of you is looking forward to. This is the new Dread Elves list. We have a Legion Legate with Shield, Kraken's Hide, Death Cheetah, Spear, Ring of the Ninth Legion. We have a Temple Legate, who is a Warsmith and a BSB, with Eye of the Gorgon and Mask of Fear. And we have a Wizard Master Warlock with Talisman of the Void, who has the Path of Witchcraft. In the core section there are 15 Legion Auxiliaries with Musician, 21 Temple Militants with Champion, Standard and Musician, with the Academy banner. The special units are 24 Dread Legionnaires with Executioner's Icon. And we have 5 Shadow Riders, 5 Dread Knights with Musician and Lances, 3 Gorgons with Halberd, 2 Repeater Batteries, and 2 Hydras. We have a few rules, a few leaked rules of the new Dread Elves. For example, the Ruthless Efficiency. That's an army-wide rule. And it says you have +1 to wound during the first round of combat. There's even a buff for this attribute. It's called Artistry of Death, and this gives you the bonus every round of combat. Yeah, Sand of Blood is something the Raptors have, so the Dread Knights have it. Here's the new Age spell of the Dread Elves. I think it's a really good spell, because you cast it on an enemy unit. Each unsaved wound this unit gets, it suffers 1 hit with Strength 4 and AP 2. So it's a higher possibility to break the enemies, cause you can negate the files, the ranks. You can negate the ranks faster. Yeah, every one of you hopefully is able to read, so I will let you take a look at this whole profiles. Yeah, just press the pause button. That means you can read it all. We have the Legion Auxiliaries. They are like the Sea Guard from the Highborn Elves, but the other way around. So if one of your units is charging, they can support with the range attacks. The repeater crossbows are new. They are not this hard hitting anymore, but they have more shots. These are the militants with the Blades of Dorike. Blades of Dorike are something, yeah, you can love it or you can hate it. I think they are cool, but they are not the top. These are the Dread Knights. The repeater battery, I think they are a really hard-hitting part in the new Dread Elves army book. You have only one shooting mode. That's 8 shots, range 24, with strength 5 and AP 2. And this model can move and shoot. So you have a 29 inch of range, and with a 5+ to hit, that's really hard. I think 3 of them, 3 repeater batteries, 24 shots with strength 5 AP2, they are really annoying. Yeah, I really think this is a really hard unit. Yeah, we have the Hydra. The Hydra is for killing stand-up models, not especially for the fight against other monsters, but really hard hitting against stand-up models. And this is already the game. So Flo and myself, we played on map 3 with marching columns and capture the flags. I declared the Dread Knights, the militants, and the auxiliaries as my targets, and he had to take. Flo won the dice roll for the side, and he decided to take the south. I started with deploying my warriors, and after the first 3 units, I placed them all to start the game. And this is how the beginning of the battle looks like. On the right side, there is not really much from the Dread Elves. On the left side, there's where the party is getting started. This is the first turn. We have here the Vanguard positioning of the Dread Elves. I am moving straight forward to my enemy to engage him as fast as I can. And this is the answer of the Dread Elves in the first turn. So the Hydra is taking all my chef and is eating up the hounds. My hounds are running away, but were captured by the Hydra and eaten alive. The Gorgons are chasing the Warhounds on the other side. They are running away too. Black Riders are shaving my Feldrak Elder and my Feldraks. In shooting and in magic, really nothing happened. One warrior is dead, and 1 HP loss of my Chosen Lord from 2 batteries. Then my second turn was something special. My Feldrak Elder said an attack in his Gorgons. My warriors are charging his executioners. I know you can't go into executioners just with warriors, but I mean it's a new preview, and we all want to know how they are with the new army book, so of course I will go in. The Feldrak Elder and the Feldraks are going into the Black Riders, and my Chosen Lord was thinking about going into the Hydra, but after a little bit of thinking to myself, I decided to go into the battery. The good thing was all charges were all charges were successful. So my Lord is in the battery, the Feldrak Elder is in the Gorgons, and the warriors are fighting against the executioners. In the magic, I casted Wound Rolls, reroll on my Feldrax, and Marked for Doom in the aura around my Master Wizard. He does make really nice damage. 4 militants, 1 HP loss on the Hydra, 1 warrior and 1 executioner, 4 auxiliaries and 1 wound on the Gorgons. And then something happened I wasn't expecting. On the right side, my Feldrock Elder was eaten up by the Gorgons. The Gorgons have a special rule. It says every Gorgon can, at any step 10, can take 2 dice. A 4+ against standard, a 5+ against large, and a 6+ against gigantic models. And for each roll you have with the dice, you make an automatic wound with AP10. Ro made his 6 rolls and throws 3 6s, so my Feldrock Elder already lost 3 HP just from the Gorgons looking at him. And after that, my Feldrock Elder only killed 2 HP out of the Gorgons, and the other 2 Gorgons killed the whole Feldrock Elder. It was something I really hadn't expected, so this was horrible because my Master Wizard is now in a really bad place to be. Like I said in the beginning, the warriors were just eaten up by the executioners. It was a bloody fight, but with the happier end for the elves. It's just like, yeah, the old army book. They are a little bit better now. On the left side, everything goes as planned. My Feldrax and my Feldrock Elder is now in the Hydra, and my Chosen Lord is in his Red Knights. In his second turn, he charged my Master Wizard with the Gorgons. My Master Wizard is running into this direction, and I didn't make the 8+ throwing distance to go behind the house, so my Master Wizard was eaten up by the Hydra. His executioners were charging my warriors, who ran away even faster. His militants are going into my wretched one, and that was all in terms of charging. In the magic, he let his Hydra fly, but otherwise nothing really happened. And now the close combat starts fighting, and now is something for my side happen, because the wretched one couldn't be killed by the BSB and the militants. He ultimately saved all the wounds. My Chosen Lord is eating up his Dread Knights. Feldrax and the Feldrock Elder are making 4 wounds on the Hydra. The Hydra is running away, my Feldrax are chasing, but unfortunately they can't capture it. And now my third turn is starting. The warriors are still rallying, but luckily for me they are staying on the battlefield. The Feldrock Elder is going into his militants, just like my Chosen Lord. My Forsaken one is going into the flank of his Gorgons, cause I had something to deal with them after killing my Feldrock Elder. My Warhounds are back and guarding a little bit of my right flank. And the Feldrogs are are going near to the Hydra, but can't charge it because of my Feldrock Elder. This is the end of the round, so the end of the round with hit rolls, reroll on my Feldrock Elder and the Chosen Lord. The militants were broken, but I can't capture them with both of them going after it. My Forsaken one is eating up the Gorgons, because in the flank they don't have the watching attacks, so I get 2 wounds but eating up the whole Gorgons. And are overrunning into the auxiliaries. In his third turn, he turned around with the executioners. The militants are standing, and the Hydra is going a little bit to the right to look at the whole place and is making themselves ready for countercharging. In the magic and in the shooting, he kills 3 life points of my Feldrocks with the battery. Thankfully, my Feldrocks are standing, and the magic is bombarding my Warhounds. They are running away. The militants are getting +1 on their armor throw, and my turn 4 is about to begin. In turn 4, my Feldrocks are charging his battery. My Feldrock Elder is going into the militants, my Forsaken one into his Hydra, and the Lord has had no possibility to charge anything. I think it was an 11 to the Hydra, so it was a too risky play for me, and I decided to redirect. Luckily, my warriors are finally standing still and are willing to catch up on the fight, and the Warhounds, yeah, they will run out of the field. It's nearly impossible to stop them from just getting away. After matching and after close combat fighting, my Forsaken one killed 4 HP of his Hydra. His Hydra killed 2 HP of my Forsaken one, so both of them will kill each other in the next round of combat. We both said it, so it was a fun fight. My Feldrock Elder wasn't really good in terms of killing the militants. Only 4 are dying, and my Feldrock Elder was getting 2 wounds on the other side, so was not as good. But they were both standing, and the 4th round of the Dread Elves is about to begin. This is the final moment of the 4th round. The executioners are going into my chariot. My Chosen Lord challenges the gate and kills him right off the peak. The Feldrock Elder is killing the last 2 militants, so only the BSB is standing. And the Forsaken one and the Hydra are killing each other. So my 5th round is starting, and it's already the last round, cause the Feldrock Elder is killing the BSB. My Chosen Lord is breaking his executioners and is charging and charges after them, takes them, and yeah, all Dread Elves are dead. And this is the final moment of the game. It was hard fought, it was cool, but in the end it was a 20-0 for the Dark Gods. But it could have been turning around in every direction. We have a crucial moment with the Wretched one, who was not dying, and we had a crucial moment with my Wizard Master. So I think it was a lucky lucky win for the Warriors of the Dark Gods, but yeah, we made a analytics. We made the analytics after this game, and what we are thinking about this new army book and what we are thinking about this game. You can hear it right now. So, Flo, we had our game with the new Dread Elves. I think it was a fantastic experience for both of us. We learned a lot of new lessons. We learned a lot of the new types from the Dread Elves. What are your opinions of the new army book?
Okay. My opinion is that the elves still hit like a truck, but when something strikes back, they still fly. They fall like flies or like elves. It's they're fast, strong hitting, but the no, if they can't kill the enemy in one go, it will hurt for them.
Yeah, I think it's the same as always with the elves, but that's all right. They are elves. They are still elves, but they have a few new toys, a few new really good toys. For example, the Reapers with 8 shots, strength 5, AP2, and move and fire on 24 inches. That's awesome, I think. So are the Medusan in my eyes, and the Hydras are good too. We have to see how they will act in actual gameplay, actual tourney gameplay, cause they are too one-sided. Against other monsters, they are not this good. Against infantry, they are really awesome.
That's one. Yeah, it's like many parts of the army book are specialized, and there are several army teams. For example, some synergies between legion units, and on the other side, synergies between beast units, and it's fun to distill the right combination to find out if more synergy or more not synergetic but individually strong units and combinations are the thing to go. It's quite a lot to puzzle out.
I think so too, but from the first look on the new army book, I think we are on the right way in terms of balancing and in terms of new toys for them. And I don't think the 20-0 today shows the right amount because I played a list I had done myself, and Flo played a list that was done for him by by another guy, and yeah, you have to recognize this, and yeah, yeah. Well, do you, I do you want to say a few more things, Flo, or
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
I want to say a few more things about the game. It was fast. It was fantastic. Our units hit each other with a lot of fury, and we've seen quite a lot of spectacular dicing. Me sort of in one turn killing one of the most scariest monsters on the field, and on the other side, a single wretched one holding up the my Death Star for a turn. So I think we've had a fun game with a lot of turns where we could see the strengths and the weaknesses. It was really cool.
I think so too, and yeah, we have to watch out for the new army book and how the synergetics between some of the models we haven't seen right now are. But I think it can be a really good army book that can have really influence in the tourney game if the people accept it.
But I think the good part of it is that strengths and weaknesses are clear defined and clear seeable. So both gamers uh, see where they can influence the play, and it's a fun experience for both sides.
I think so too. So thank you, Flo, for the game and for the opportunity to play against the new Dread Elves. And I wish you a nice evening.
I'd like to thank you too for the possibility to play against the list with a lot of monsters and a lot of toughness to stress test if wounding better, how strong it is. We've seen it's no auto win for the Dread Elves. So I guess it's fine. And thank you for the game.
We are starting in 3, 2, 1 right now. So thank you all for listening to our preview battle report. I hope you all had fun and take a few good things and a few new things out of it. We had it. We had a really good insight of this new army book, and hopefully all you Dread Elf players around the world can enjoy the new army book at the 10th of December and try it, beat the game, make it harder, make it faster, make it better. And see you all next time. Thank you and bye.